Hi everyone. Hi Aubrey. Hi Susie. Hi Shell. Hi Alex. Hi Harry. Good to see you all. Yeah, Aubrey, you should now have mod powers so you can post whatever you want. Um, and I'm just gonna launch straight in. I'll have a Zoom Christmas this season. I'll be so blue and COVID's the reason. Though your background displays 30 rocks Christmas tree, it won't be the same, dear, if you're on my PC. And when those Zoom windows start closing, that's when I'll doom scroll, I'm supposing. Though it's all fun and games when we're playing code names, still I'll have a blue Zoom Christmas. Though it's all fun and games when we're playing code names, still I'll have a blue Zoom Christmas. Hi everybody, I'm Stevani, or Sunday Comes Afterwards, and this is my holiday live stream. And as with most things in America, holiday at this point is mostly code for Christmas. Let's be real, the Jewish holiday season was back in September, although there will be some sort of Hanukkah thing later on. Anyway, what do we have here? Oh, thanks, Erin. Yeah, Desert Bus is great. Oh, and hi, Laser. Okay, so, and why is my phone buzzing at me? Is there anything important there? Sorry. Not that. Okay, yes. Cool. Good. I will... Yes, sorry. So yes, welcome, and let's go straight on to a song from Lehrer. Christmas time is here, by golly, disapproval would be folly. Deck the halls with hunks of holly, fill the cup and don't say when. Kill the turkeys, ducks, and chickens, mix the punch, drag out the dickens. Even though the prospect sickens, brother, here we go again. On Christmas Day you can't get sore, your fellow man you must adore. There's time to rob him no, that wasn't it. Rob him all the more, the other 364. Relations sparing no expenses, send some useless old utensil, or a matching pen and pencil, just the thing I need, how nice. It doesn't matter how sincere it is or how heartfelt the spirit. Sentiment will not endear it. What's important is the price. Hark, the Herald Tribune sings, advertising wondrous things. God rest you, merry merchants, may you make the Yuletide pay. Angels we have heard on high tell us to go out and buy. So let the raucous sleigh bells jingle, hail our dear old friend Kris Kringle, driving his reindeer across the sky. Don't stand underneath when they fly by. Yeah, Lehrer used all the chords, which is challenging. Okay. How are you all doing tonight? Or today? Well, some of you is tonight. Alex is tonight. For other people, regardless, in whatever time zone you're in, how are you doing? And hi, Megan. Yeah, last month I spent the first 7 minutes or so just rambling about how I wasn't prepared, and then the YouTube algorithm decided to show the link to like 500 people mostly from ukulele streams, and most of them noped out after the first 30 seconds, which makes sense. And although 2 people hung on for the whole thing, I think. Anyway, so I started to try to do more music up front. Anyway, yes. Cool. The other question is, at this point I'm on low latency, but not ultra low latency, because ultra low buffers more, I'm told, but it also means that interactions are not the most instantaneous. But okay, Erin's doing well in Oregon, so that's good. Orby likes the outfit. Yep, cool. Last working day for the year on Friday. I am so jealous, Alex. This coming week is going to be interesting. But okay, next up we have a request from my friend Sadie. Oh, nice. Okay, I have a request from my friend Sadie. This is by Weird Al. It's Christmas at Ground Zero. There's music in the air. The sleigh bells are ringing and the carolers are singing while the air raid sirens blare. It's Christmas at Ground Zero. The button has been pressed. The radio just let us know that this is not a test. Everywhere the atom bombs are dropping, it's the end of all humanity. No more time for last minute shopping. It's time to face your final destiny. It's Christmas at Ground Zero. There's panic in the crowd. We can dodge debris while we trim the tree underneath the mushroom cloud. Apocalypse song from a different apocalypse. You might hear some reindeer on your rooftop, or Jack Frost on your windowsill. But if something's climbing down your chimney, you better load your gun and shoot to kill. Sorry. It's Christmas at Ground Zero, and if the radiation level's okay, I'll go out with you and see all the new mutations on New Year's Day. It's Christmas at Ground Zero, just seconds left to go. I'll duck and cover with my Yuletide lover underneath the mistletoe. It's Christmas at Ground Zero, now the missiles are on their way. What a crazy fluke, we're gonna get nuked on this jolly holiday. What a crazy fluke, we're gonna get nuked on this jolly holiday. I forgot there was a key change in that. Cool. Yep. Okay, so that, as I mentioned, my friend Sadie requested, and she also inspired this next one, kind of, or requested it. So a few years ago, this is shortly after we met, she came to a ukulele meetup, which I was performing at, and it was in December. It was unseasonably warm, like, ridiculously so, and we were talking afterward. She was saying, you should write a song about Christmas in the age of climate change, because, clearly that's going to be a thing for a while. So I wrote this. Sorry. Chestnuts roasting on a blacktop road, Jack Frost nowhere to be found. All of this weather seems to forebode of climate change that's quite profound. Everybody knows the overuse of fossil fuels helps to make the season stifling. Sweaty tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's sleigh can't fly when the temperature feels more like it's July. And the older kids might very well suppose that he's lighting stogies off of Rudolph's nose. And so I'm offering the simple phrase for kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, we're screwed. almost stuck the landing on that one. Yes, Stevani's email list. So, yeah, so I have the best producers in the world where basically we can have a meeting, let's say yesterday, and we can decide on what we're going to do in the coming week, and it will be reasonable. And then I'll text them at around midnight and say, you know that plan we had? What if we ripped it up and did something that was way more demanding for all of us in the coming week? A week before Christmas, I might add. And they're like, yeah, sure. Just make sure, just need to make a mailing list. So I've made a mailing list, or making a mailing list, I'm told. There's a link over that way. Yes, bit.ly/Stevani list. If you sign up, you will get one free song, which you may already have if you got the giant voting mixtape. But if you didn't, it'll be a new free song. And if not, well, you still should be on the list. And you will be informed of whatever thing it is I have up my sleeve, which will be coming soon, perhaps. So, yes, please do sign up for that. Also, if you sign up for that, it will make Laser happy, and I want Laser to be happy. This next one, I've never tried before an audience before. We will see how this goes. Once upon a time, I used to be a member of a online website called Metafilter, which still exists. It's kind of like Reddit from the land where time forgot. I think anyway. I left a few years ago because for reasons that I don't need to get into right this second. But somebody on there named, I think, Pink Stainless Tail was talking about how he liked to sing Jingle Bell Rock, but rather than singing the actual lyrics, he would just sing random combinations of Jingle, Bell, and Rock. And somebody said, I don't quite understand how that would work. Can you sing it for us? And he said, if you get me a karaoke track, I absolutely will. And they did, and he did. And, well, anyway, this is something like what it sounded like. Bell, jingle, rock, rock, bell. Bell, rock, hang on, jingle, rock, bell, bell, jingle, rock, bell, bell, rock, bell, jingle, 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 that was it? Yeah, no, no, hang on. That was it. Jingle, sorry. Bell rock, jingle rock, bell jock, ringle, ringle jock, bell rock, bell. Bell rock, jingle rock, jingle rock, bell. Rock, bell, jingle rock. Jingle rock, bell, rock, bell. Bell, jingle, jingle, bell, rock, bell. Bell rock, jingle rock, bell, rock, jingle. Jingle rock, bell, rock, jingle rock, bell. No, I had it. Bell. I should just not do that chord. Rock, bell, jingle, rock, bell, 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 bell. Bell, jingle, jingle, jingle. Rock, rock, rock. Rock, jingle, ringle, rock, bell, bell, bell. Bell, jingle, rock, bell. Bell, rock, jingle, bell, rock, jingle, jingle, rock, bell, rock, bell. Bell, rock, jingle, bell, rock, jingle, jingle, rock, bell, jingle, 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 rock, jingle, rock, bell, rock, jingle, rock, bell, rock, jingle, rock, bell, bell, rock, jingle, rock, bell, rock, bell, jingle, 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 rock, bell, jingle, rock, bell, 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 rock, jingle, bell, rock, bell, jingle, rock, bell, rock, jingle, bell, rock, jingle, rock, jingle, rock, bell, rock, jingle, rock, bell. Yeah, well, close enough. Yeah. So, that happened. The Buffalo Song of Christmas Music, yes. Oh, and hi, Conruckle. So, yes, my sister apparently is in chat now. That's exciting. So, yes, my sister, in fact, as mentioned last month, sells jewelry. And I texted her last week, basically to ask her whether, if people were to order now, they can get stuff in time for Christmas. And the answer apparently is no. But however, you can order stuff now, and she will send you a card in PDF format, which you can then email or print out and send and give to the person you want to give the jewelry to, which will let them know that there is in fact a present on the way. So that's an option. If you want that, you can go to Arista Development. And I said at the time that I had an idea for a commercial, but I texted this like first thing in the morning when I was still waking up, and I have absolutely no idea what it was I had in mind. In fact, the only reason I remember this happened is because it's in my text history, so apparently it did. So I don't have a good new jingle for this, but the short version remains, Arista Development is artwork for your wrist. So that's at aristadevelopment.com. You can go in the description down below, and there's a link there, and you can get stuff, and it's good. And can you please post the lyrics? I can't follow along. Yeah, if you Google Bell Rock Jingle and Metafilter, it should pop up. But sorry, Jingle Rock Bell Metafilter, and you should be able to find it. If not, tweet at me afterwards, and I will turn it up and I will get it to you. There's also a lyrics video on YouTube, which, yeah, so you could go with that as well. Okay, I think that's it for the sales pitch on that. What else did I have in the description too? Oh, okay. Melinda Kathleen, it's one or the other. I think Kathleen Reese. She goes by Melinda. Let's go with that. Melinda has an annual Christmas roundup every year. She's done for the past, this is the 4th year now. Basically about how the year has gone and her pessimistic side warring with her optimistic side, set to a medley of Christmas tunes, and it's very, very good. So the link to that is in the description as well. And after the stream, if you haven't already seen it, I do recommend you check it out. It's a lot of fun. But, oh, the link after that, actually, yeah, let's do this in that order instead. Marianne Cole has a wonderful EP of Christmas music, which is extremely non-safe for work. So if you have any kids with you, this is a song to send them out of the room for, or to use headphones for, or whatever. This is a song about Die Hard, the best Christmas movie ever. It's also from the perspective of John McClane, so it's maybe not the most necessarily appropriate. But anyway, it's called Christmas in L.A. I hate Christmas travel, flying's for the geese, and I hate Christmas parties at offices like these. This corporate culture shindig, it's really not my style. I'm jet-lagged and I'm underdressed and stuck here for a while. So kick off your shoes, everybody, let's raise a glass and say, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, it's Christmas in L.A. I hate Christmas schmoozing with the morons at your office. Those badly tailored padded suits and stupid Rolex watches. There's bankers in the fountain and there's yuppies snorting coke. The limo isn't leaving, so let's hit the roof and smoke. So kick off your shoes, everybody, let's raise a glass and say, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, it's Christmas in L.A. Yes, kick off your shoes, everybody, let's raise a glass and say, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, it's Christmas in L.A. Party is a riot, there's glass across the floor. The news trucks are reporting live and cops are at the door. But what the hell and ho 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 ho, this is my vacation. We'll blow the fucking roof right off the Nakatomi Corporation. Kick off your shoes, everybody, let's raise a glass and say, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, it's Christmas in L.A. Kick off your shoes, everybody, let's raise a glass and say, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, it's Christmas in L.A. So there's that. Like I said, the link to the EP is in the description. You can get it on Bandcamp. I highly recommend it. She's better at it than I am. Plus, she has, orchestration with sleigh bells and whatnot. Okay, other things I wanted to hype in the description. Last year, the PDX Broadsides did a holiday live stream, which was wonderful. And I assume they're probably not doing one this year because they're in different locations and COVID. So do check that one out. There's a song on there called Must Be Krampus, which I am mildly obsessed with. And if they actually had it available for sale anywhere, I probably would have covered it here. But I feel like, given that it's not, better you watch them do it. So it's on there. It's very good. Yep. Also, Laser did another Nerds and Music show last week, and today is the last day to watch it if you have not already done so. The link to that is in the description. It's basically pay what you want, which could be nothing if in fact, you know, that's the case. But otherwise, if you can give, proceeds go to Fair Fight, which is a cause I believe strongly in. And it does have a song by me and also a completely ridiculous version of Move Right Along with me and Molly Lewis and Nerd D and Paul and Storm and MC Frontalot and STD and the Double Clicks and Molly Lewis, and that may be it. I forget, but anyway, it is incredible. And yes, it's worth checking out. That's also, and that song is also on YouTube separately now. I think they are doing Christmas Eve live stream. Excellent. Okay, I will definitely be watching that then. Yeah, that's exciting. And finally, Amy Darlin, yeah, Darlin, yes, and MC Lars, I think I mentioned, but if not, oh no, I didn't. You're right, MC Lars. So yes, all of them. And finally, I think, Rhiannon's Lark is coming out with a new album, and the Kickstarter is almost through. It has been funded, but you can still get in and be one of the first people to hear their first album. So that's that's also in the description, and I think that's everything I meant to hype. I think. Cool. Okay, so continuing on the Christmas theme. So a few years ago, I think it was like 6 years. 6 years ago. I think it's been a while. I went to the New York City ukulele meetup for the first time ever, and it was in December. And I was like, okay, they're doing holiday music. I should have a holiday song. I don't actually. I was still also fairly new to the ukulele, and I'm like, I don't really know any holiday songs. I just started gotten into it, not long before that, and I'm like, okay, I guess maybe I could do Jingle Bells or something. And then I'm in the shower again, right beforehand, and it occurs to me, that the Double Clicks recently came out with an album, and my favorite song on that album was a Christmas song, and I could probably play that. So I ran out of the shower, went straight to the keyboard, well, toweled off, whatever. went to the keyboard, figured out the chords, took it there. This is the first thing I ever performed at the New York City ukulele meetup, and it went over very well. I sold a copy of it immediately afterwards, so that was good. That was fun. Anyway, Christmas is about having a whole week off from school. Christmas is all family time and cheer. It's strands made out of popcorn and a fire made out of Yule, and why there aren't candy canes all year. But these days it's all different because these days he's around. He's cute and small and everyone adores him. The true meaning of Christmas was to watch me open presents, but Christmas ain't about me anymore. Christmas is about sitting still in church for days. Christmas is about never complaining. 2 years ago, my presents filled up Santa Claus' whole sleigh, but by last year, my whole wallet started waning. And this year, I'll get only toys that match the ones he gets, or slightly larger versions of the outfits he ignores. 'Cause the true meaning of Christmas was to watch me open presents, but Christmas ain't about me anymore. I don't want to brag, but I can walk way better than he can. Look at me a second, 'cause I know a bunch more words. I do cartwheels, I can spell, and I've been working on the Macarena. Doesn't that impress you? Nothing makes a difference because these days he's around. Despite his many faults, they all adore him. The true meaning of Christmas was to watch me open presents, but Christmas ain't about me anymore. Christmas ain't about me anymore. Christmas ain't about me anymore. alternative Hanukkah songs. Yes. I will be getting to Hanukkah in a bit. But yeah, I think I've got two more. I got one more Christmas song, I think. Well, two, including a few actually. But I got one more Christmas song, and then I'll move along. So this is a song by Jonathan Coulton. Actually, give me another. So this is a song by Jonathan Coulton, and let's see if I remember how to play an F. Oh, right, that was it. No. Really? No, other way around. That was it. Oh, it's not 2-on-1, it's 2-2-1. Sorry. This year has been a little crazy for the Andersons. You may recall we had some trouble last year. The Robot Council had us banished to an asteroid that hadn't undermined our holiday cheer. And we know it's almost Christmas by the marks we make on the wall. That's our favorite time of year. Merry Christmas from Chiron Beta Prime, where we're working in a mine for a robot overlords. Did I say overlords? I meant protectors. Merry Christmas from Chiron Beta Prime. I got this right in rehearsals. On every corner there's a giant metal Santa Claus who watches over us with glowing red eyes. They carry weapons and they know if you've been bad or good. Not everybody's good, but everyone tries. And the rocks outside the airlock exude ammonia-scented snow. It's like a winter wonderland. Merry Christmas from Chiron Beta Prime, where we're working in a mine for a robot overlords. Did I say overlords? I meant protectors. Merry Christmas from Chiron Beta Prime. Oh, sorry, it's right. Ba-da-ba-bum, ba-da-ba-da-ba-bum, 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 bum, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum. That's all the family news that we're allowed to talk about. We really hope you'll come and visit us soon. I mean, we're literally begging you to visit us, and make it quick before the message redacted. Now it's time for Christmas dinner. I think the robot sent us a pie. You know I love my soil and green. Merry Christmas from Chiron Beta Prime, where we're working in a mine for a robot overlords. Did I say overlords? Men protectors. Merry Christmas from Chiron Beta Prime. I seriously didn't make any of those mistakes in rehearsal. But oh well. So, next up. I need a moment before getting on to this next one. Also, I'm going through these faster than I anticipated, which is not a bad thing, but I may end up having to add some more. Well, I can manage that. Anyway. Okay, so we've got Christmas songs. We've got Hanukkah songs. There are very few Festivus songs. There are also very few good Festivus songs, and there are also very few entertainingly bad Festivus songs. And the last of those is what I felt I needed to fix. So, like 4 years ago, I think, I came up with a title for a Festivus song, which was, actually, I don't know if you're familiar with Festivus. Festivus is a holiday which was popularized or created by Seinfeld, the TV show. And the basic idea is that George Costanza is fed up with the commercialization of Christmas and decides to invent his own holiday called Festivus, which is on December 23rd. And instead of a tree, you have an aluminum pole, and you come to the meal, and he will explain all the ways in which you have disappointed him in the past year. And it ends with the feats of strength, which generally means that the meal doesn't end until George has pinned the host to the floor. It's something. And like I said, there aren't enough Festivus songs out there, and the song title I came up with was "I'm All Alone This Festivus, So I'm Polishing My Pole." And it took me 3 years to write a song that would live down to that. And I'm somewhat ashamed to say that I managed it, I think. This is the single most reprehensible thing I've ever written. Possibly that, well, I don't know if I ever will write. I still have time. Anyway, here goes. The holiday of Festivus is meant for family. You gather with your loved ones and explain so patiently how every single one of them's a millstone round your neck. Their habits are appalling and their presents are all dreck. But Festivus is not the same without your other kin. You can't perform the feats of strength without someone to pin. There's no one to complain to, your plans will hit a snag. Without your family or friends, it really is a drag. My dad went back to jail last night for breaking his parole. I'm all alone this Festivus, so I'm polishing my pole. My girlfriend sprained her ankle when she kicked a field goal. I'm all alone this Festivus, so I'm polishing my pole. My aunt's down with pneumonia, my mom's out on patrol. My cousin Sue's gone hunting, and Mel prefers to stroll. There are dozens of excuses, some don't add up on the whole. But I'm all alone this Festivus, so I'm polishing my pole. So I plan to go out fishing, but it really isn't working. As I gather up the tackle, I just feel like a jerkin' off the head there on the wall. I can see the pail and plaster, though I try to do it harder. I can never seem to masturbate, and all the hooks it's hard to do alone. Need assistance here for all the tools I own, and isn't it a crying shame that I have no better plans? But please don't think that I'm unmanned. I have lots of spunk and time upon my hands. Though my grandma sent a sweater, and I really ought to thank her, the awful fact remains that I'm just a lonely wanker. My uncle's van got totaled, he relied on cruise control. I'm all alone this Festivus, so I'm polishing my pole. My neighbor is too busy working on a casserole. I'm all alone this Festivus, so I'm polishing my pole. Oh, I'm all alone this Festivus and polishing my pole. Yes, Laser, I acknowledge that I should be. Someday there's going to be an actual studio version of that, and it's going to be something. Anyway, I have ideas for that. So, okay, fine. Let's take off the Christmas hat because we are moving into Hanukkah. I will be honest. Sorry. I am not actually the biggest fan of Hanukkah, and one of the reasons is just that, I mean, Hanukkah is not Christmas. It is not that big a holiday on the Jewish calendar. The high holy days are, as you know, so named, and they're in September. There are 3 other major holidays, and they're Sukkot or Sukkot, Pesach, and Shavuos or Shavuot. And then on the way down the lower end, you've got like Purim and Hanukkah and Tu B'Shvat and Pesach Sheni and Purim Katan in a leap year. But I mean, it's blown into this major thing because, well, it's Christmas adjacent. It must be like Christmas, right? And it really isn't. But anyway, I actually do not know the throw the Yule log on Uncle John, and I'm curious as to whether we're asking Uncle John to throw the Yule log on, or whether we are literally throwing a Yule log onto Uncle John, because that seems cruel. I will have to look it up on YouTube later and find out. I can't. Anyway, yeah, no, the Festivus one is oh, thanks. Thank you. Anyway, okay, on to the one song everybody knows, which is also going to be the strum along this month, I guess. So this one is C and G7. I don't have the chords on the screen again, but again, if you know anything about the ukuleles, you know C and G7. They're literally the first couple chords first and third chord you learn probably. C and G7 on other instruments. Also, I doubt they're that hard. If you don't know G7, you could also just do plain G. Anyway. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of clay. And one other thing, you may wonder why it's a dreidel made out of clay. Clay is a terrible substance for a dreidel. I mean, it could work if you bake it and then you have a dreidel made out of ceramic. I guess that would be fine, except I don't know, you want something breakable, something that shatters for a dreidel. And it turns out that the Yiddish version of this is actually, the dreidel is made out of lead, which is blei in Yiddish. So I'll do the first stanza in Yiddish, why not? Basically, but I have a little dreidel, or rather, I am a little dreidel. I was made from lead, and come and play with me, and 1, 2, 3, and whatever. So I think they made it clay in the English one strictly for the sake of the rhyme, which makes sense because if you kept the lyrics the same and just translated it, you'd end up with something like, I have a little dreidel, I made it out of lead, and one fine day I ate it, and soon enough I'm dead, or something like that. So just as well they didn't do that. Anyway, getting back to the song. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of clay. When it's dry and ready, then dreidel I shall play. Oh, dreidel, 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 made it out of clay. When it's dry and ready, then dreidel I shall play. Has a lovely body with legs so short and thin. And when it gets all tired, it drops and then I win. Oh, dreidel, 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 with legs so short and thin. And when it gets all tired, it drops and then I win. My dreidel is so playful, it loves to dance and spin. A happy game of dreidel, come play now, let's begin. Oh, dreidel, 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 it loves to dance and spin. A happy game of dreidel, come play now, let's begin. Forgot I said I was going to do the Yiddish version, so let's do that. Ich bin a kleiner dreidel, gemacht bin ich von blei. Kommt Lummer alle spielen, in dreidel 1, 2, 3. I dreidel, 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 dreh sich, dreidel, dreh sich, dreidel, dreh. To Lummer alle spielen, in dreidel 1 und 2. And there's a siren outside, because of course there is. Anyway, so there's that. This one is, I don't know if this one will make any sense whatsoever to perform, but it's by my Ami Boys Choir. One of my classmates was actually on the original recording of this. It's called the Achar Kain. It's from the Yalav Yavo prayer, which, anyway, basically it translates to roughly, thereafter your children came to the Holy of Holies of your house and cleansed your temple, purified the site of your holiness, kindled lights in the courtyard of your sanctuary, and they established these 8 days of Hanukkah to establish thanks and praise to your great name. You delivered the strong into the hand of the weak, the many into the hand of the few, the impure into the hand of the pure, the wicked into the hand of the righteous, and the wanton into the hand of the diligent students of your Torah. And I may have actually skipped a bit there, but it's slightly out of order. But regardless, it's fine. Interesting. I have not heard that one either. Cool. I've got multiple things to look into. Now, I like this one because in the original recording, it got this sort of swinging martial beat to it, which makes sense for military victory, and I am not going to recreate that very well. So this may be strictly for an audience of me and maybe my sister, I don't know. But anyway, we'll give it a shot. V'achar Kain b'yu b'vanecha. Sorry. V'achar Kain b'vanecha l'dvir v'eisecha v'vinu es heichalecha v'tiharu es mikdashecha v'hidliku neros v'chatzros kodshecha v'kavu shmei nasim Chanukah Chanukah v'kavu shmei nasim Chanukah Elu l'hodasu l'halel l'shimcha hagadol v'kavu shmei nasim Chanukah v'kavu shmei nasim Chanukah Elu l'hodasu l'halel l'shimcha hagadol Ravta es rivam, banta es dinam, nekamta es nikmasam, nigmasum, rafta est rivam, danta est inam, nakamta est nigmasum. Giborim biyad chalashim, rabim biyad miyatim, tameim biyad tihurim, rabim biyad tzadikim, biyad tzadikim. V'kaver shmaynasim mechanukah, v'kaver shmaynasim mechanukah, Eilu lahaydasu lahalel, l'shimcha hagadol. V'kaver shmaynasim mechanukah, v'kaver shmaynasim mechanukah, Eilu lahaydasu lahalel, l'shimcha hagadol. Actually interesting because I basically lapsed into the vowel sounds that my English choir uses, which are not the ones I was raised to use, which, well, anyway, it's fine. Okay. So on to another traditional Jewish song, which those of you who have watched all the videos on my channel know what I'm about to be up to, probably. And those who don't, well, you'll manage. Let me just see if anything else... No. Okay. Thank you. Cool. Glad that worked. So there's a Jewish tradition of doing songs without words, Nigunim, and the basic idea is that sometimes you have like feelings that can't really be expressed in words. So instead you just do like, essentially scat singing, and you get your feelings out in that. So here's a traditional song. Sorry. Sorry, I had a different version of this and I changed it. Now I've forgotten what I changed. That was it. Yeah. Yeah, so if I've got one other. Well, actually, how much time do I have? Okay, I should probably add in something else before getting to that next thing because I've got like 3 things to go. And what else did I have on the backup list? There any secular Christmas songs you're a fan of? Maybe let me know. Which is to say, nothing like Jesus-y or anything like that. Most of the secular ones actually are written by Jews, so that's the thing. White Christmas, Jewish. Jingle Bell Rock, I'm not sure about. Christmas Song was Jewish. A Christmas Carol by Tom Lehrer, who's Jewish. I'm not sure about Blue Christmas. That one might have actually been a Christian. Who knows? Buffalo. Oh, okay. But no, I've got 1 second. I've got an actual thing of Jersey City Ukulele Christmas Songbook. Actually, Silver Bell's kind of nice. Where did I... Buffalo counts as a Christmas song? I guess? I'm not entirely sure how, but, sure. I would actually, if any of you could put in chat the exegesis for how exactly Buffalo is a Christmas song, I would be extremely interested in hearing. But, okay. Where did I have that one? Chords. Neil Diamond's Holiday Holidays favorite. Yeah. Also Jewish. So, yep. Tequila with eggnog. Cute. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. Colorless green ideas. Colorless green ideas. Sleep furiously. Colorless green ideas. Sleep furiously. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. The ghost act dims the dashes. The ghost act dims the dashes. The dashes have been distimmed by the ghost act that distims the dashes. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. Colorless green ideas, sleep furiously. Colorless green ideas, sleep furiously. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. And this would be a good time to remind you that if you want a free copy of that song with added cello, you can get that by signing up at bit.ly/DevaniList, and you will be signed up for my mailing list, and you will get a free copy of that song. Or at least you will once we set up that mailing list and figure out how we're going to get it to you, but I have a pretty good idea on that. So yes, it should be shortly. So yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. Funny you should mention Holly Jolly Christmas. We may have something along those lines in a bit. News about the album. Yeah, well, the news about the album, yes. That at the time that there will be news about the album, you will get the news about that. You will be among the first to get the news about that if you sign up for my mailing list. The other way to get news about the album in advance is by signing up for my Patreon, which I think there's a link to that in the description. There should be. I would have missed a step if I hadn't. So yes, this stream exists in part because I have a Patreon and my backers are in fact paying to sponsor the stream. So if you're one of those backers, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. If you're not one of those backers, you're still valued. But for the record, you could become one of those backers if you want. So those are two things you can do. Patreon and the mailing list. And they're both good in their own way. It is the first link in my description. Okay, excellent. Okay. While we're at it... no, actually, let's move on. I think I've done enough stalling. Okay, so there's this song by the Chipmunks, which I kind of like. It's... No, I'll get into the patter of the rest of it in a bit. So let's just... it's called the Chipmunk song because I think this was the first one they did. And I don't think David Seville realized this is going to end up being a franchise that will last for decades, and that the the Chipmunk song would not actually be distinct enough for the future, but it's generally the Chipmunk song, parentheses, Christmas Don't Be Late, close parentheses, so that also works. Anyway, and it goes like this. I am not going to try to, I guess I could try to do the voices, but let's not. Christmas, Christmas time is near, time for toys and time for cheer. We've been good, but we can't last. Hurry, Christmas, hurry fast. Want a plane that loops the loop. Me, I want a hula hoop. We can hardly stand the wait. Please, Christmas, don't be late. Sorry. At this point, we critique Alvin's performance and whatnot. I can't talk while I play, or I'm not good at it. I'm trying it now just because I feel like I ought to. It's a skill I need to develop, but nah. Christmas, Christmas time is near, time for toys and time for cheer. We've been good, but we can't last. Hurry, Christmas, hurry fast. Want a plane that loops the loop. Me, I want a hula hoop. We can hardly stand the wait. Please, Christmas, don't be late. The other thing I'm demonstrating is that I really ought to wear glasses, but I'm in denial, and it would help with some of those chords if I get a cellist to play while you talk. That is an excellent idea. Anyway, so there's that song. But it occurred to me, could this song be made Jewish? And part of the problem is that this is all about, getting presents, which is not at all a Jewish theme, really. I would have said there are no Hanukkah songs about getting presents, but then David Diggs did one this past week about getting a puppy for Hanukkah, so, okay, there is now a Hanukkah song about getting presents, and I do not in any way mean to invalidate David Diggs' experience. That's a thing, but it's not the kind of thing I was raised with, I guess. So how would one go about adapting this? And it occurred to me that the way it would be done, I guess, is, what would somebody be looking forward to? The traditional number one subject in the Jewish music I was raised with was the coming of the end of days and the coming of the Messiah, or Mashiach. And then it is scary how well this works. I'm honestly surprised that neither Country Yossi nor Yossi Green has ripped this off already, because, anyway, here is my take on a Jewish version of that song. The end of days is drawing near, judgment, awe, and fear. We've been good, but we can't last. Please, Moshiach, hurry fast. Don't need presents from my mum. Me, I want the world to come. We can hardly stand the wait. Moshiach, don't be late. We can hardly stand the wait. Moshiach, don't be late. Yes, I'm going to hell. But anyway. Yeah, that I did last night, and yeah. Anyway, I got one more for you. Aubrey mentioned earlier, "Holly Jolly Christmas," which is another song which doesn't really work this year, I don't think. It's all about going out in the streets and mingling with others, and seeing people in Christmas time, and we're not doing that this year. So, yeah, granted. Anyway, but so I've got this one. Have a social distance Christmas. Try to balance dread and cheer. Wear a mask when you do your tasks and keep away the fear. Have a social distance Christmas, and when you walk down the streets, be sure to stay 6 feet away from everyone you meet. Oh no, the mistletoe, who hung it? That's outrageous. Don't kiss the person underneath, 'cause they might be contagious. Have a social distance Christmas, and in case it isn't clear, my insistence, have a social distance Christmas this year. Have a social distance Christmas. Try to balance dread and cheer. Wear a mask when you do your tasks and keep away the fear. Have a social distance Christmas, and when you walk down the streets, be sure to stay 6 feet away from everyone you meet. Oh no, the mistletoe, who hung it? That's outrageous. Don't kiss the person underneath, 'cause they might be contagious. Have a social distance Christmas, and in case it isn't clear, my insistence, have a social distance Christmas this year. My insistence, have a social distance Christmas this year. Thank you. Yeah, I do hope to have those lyrics up soonish, and it's possible that if you get on the mailing list, you will be notified of something which will involve that. Who knows? Who can say? But hi, Catherine. Yeah, thank you all very much. This is so much more fun with you here in the chat. It's greatly appreciated. I don't actually know whether whether this is the only live stream for the month, or whether I am going to do one more on the usual week, which would be 2 weeks from now. I am inclined not to be honest, but let me know in the chat if you think that I should do one more, and maybe I'll get that in there. But I feel like I've got enough else going on this month that I might just give that a rest and come back again in January at the usual week for that. That said, this will not be the last content from me this month, probably. So yeah, bit.ly/Divani List. And yes, thank you once again. Thank you all very much. Have a Merry Christmas. Have a Freilichen Hanukkah if you celebrate that. Have a Happy Festivus if you celebrate that. Have a Happy Kwanzaa. Any other holidays that you might celebrate right around now, have those. And if not any of that, then have a good few weeks. And I love you all. And thank you so much. And okay.